Okay, hello everybody. We will talk today about how we test creative after Andromeda update in Meta. So it's very important question. So because everybody thinks it should be ABO or CPO, how many creatives I can put to one ad set level or which budget I should work. So I hope today I will answer all of your questions. I will show exactly what we do in our agency and how we manage more than 30 different fashion jewelry brands over the world, and we are generating more than $10 million a year. So let's go. First of all, we test creative on top of the funnel ad set level. So it's very simple, it's very understandable. Right now we are talking how we test the creatives, and here you can see that always, not really all, but 60-70% of the chance that we use ABO. So what is different between ABO and CBO? So first of all, you can see that our budget control is per ad set level. By CBO, your budget control on the campaign level. It's very big difference why we choose ABO. Then why is ABO is better for testing? Because it's manual allocation of the budgets. So we can manually look every day or even like every hour how it depends on the results by different creatives. We can stop, we can scale, we can duplicate, so we can work with it. But for CBO, it's better for scaling, because it's already on campaign level, and if some of the ad set or like creatives doesn't work, so for us it really doesn't matter, because CBO will allocate all this budget to winning ad set bundle. So it's very important. Then flexibility, manual changes needed. This is why I choose ABO. So because we are working as media buyer, as marketer on the big fashion jewelry brands, so we need manual control. So this is why you need us. Then CBO is more dynamic budget optimization. So it's very big different, because when you scale budget, when you have, for example, $1,000 a day, 5, 10, 30K a day, of course, CBO is much better. But when you just only test the new creative, some new bundles, so you should control it by your hand. Yes, and audience prioritization. So we choose in which audiences they should go. And of course, by CBO, Meta algorithm choose in which ad set level they should spend more money. Big difference. But how it work just in real life? So you can see this is example. This is just very simple. We have 3 different banners, for example, here, and we spent for each one just $10. If we would use, for example, CBO, so right here you can see, then one campaign or one ad set level can take like much more budgets than all another. For example, one take $5, another take $7. Then Meta understand, okay, then ad set number 1 and ad set number 3 doesn't really perform well, so I need to spend all of the rest money to ad set number 2. It's cool, you can work with it, but only when you scale campaigns and you already know that they have some profits. They already tested this is winner creatives. So, but if you don't know, you need to follow these rules. Which rules we have? So this is why we work manually. So if we have our CPA, so cost per action, so we set per each audience 3 CPAs. And if this audience doesn't bring us even one sale, we turn off this campaign. But if it gets us the sums of the sales, we can even increase the budget. So, and if we have some sales but under our target CPA, we can allow another 1 or 2 CPAs, run them to see which results we can even get from that. So, okay, we can continue working with these campaigns or with this ad set level. So it's fine. This is why we have so many different rules for each different fashion brand, depend of AUVs, depend of conversion rates, depend of margins, depend of our KPIs. We need change all of this like math. Yes, for some of them it's 3 CPA, for some of them only one CPA because it's high ticket product, for example. For some of them, we can run even 10 CPAs because this is how it works their business. So they allow us to spend more on the testing creative, so it's fine. Yes, and this is what is really important for you to understand. So you need to track all of these things manually. Then we move to our audiences. And after Andromeda update, you can see right here that no audiences. Please don't work with audiences just when you test your creatives. You don't need to do it. So because new Andromeda update, so it's much better work without some suggestions in audiences in your ad account. Please leave it just free, write nothing, and just let Andromeda work from your angles, offers, creatives, what you choose. So because it's much more important that even when you pick some of the audience, because the potential buyers is for example, on your market is 5 million. But if you put, for example, some fashion brand, luxury brand, or moms, or skincares, or I don't know which audiences you want to work, you cut off 80% of potential buyers, and your CPM rise up. So you don't need to do it. So because then CPC will be higher, then cost per sale will be higher. So you will cut off this campaign because it will unprofitable, and Meta can't find your potential customers because you already pick some of the wrong audiences. So after Andromeda, algorithm relies much more on broad targeting and machine learning signals. So manual audiences often limit delivery and reduce performance. Please, don't do it. You don't need it. So where you need to focus, you need to really focus on your angles and creatives. This is why I've written here all of these examples, so what you can see. But let's go step by step. So right here is different types of creative angles. So you can work, for example, nothing to wear problem. This is one angle. You can make, for example, 5 creatives, 7, 10 creatives, even for nothing to wear problem. Shows a common frustration of not having the right outfit. So what is pain point it solves? People feel their wardrobe is boring or repetitive. So fine. Then you go emotional trigger, frustration, relief, and example test what you can write. You have a full clothed, but you still nothing to wear. So fine. And this is so many different angles. What you can choose. And minimal effort, for example, everyday luxury, social media ready, trend leader, limited drop, for example, a perfect gift, a self-reward, capsule wearable piece, quality over fashion, fast fashion. So it's so many different. And of course, a lot of different fashion brands, they have different concept and vision of the brand. This is very important because of that, you need to create your own angles for your ideal customer profile. It's very important. After that, you have, for example, 7, 10, even 15 different angles, and this is how you should work on your ad account. Because after you have, for example, of course, you can't test everything in one time. It's not possible. So because, for example, you have 15 angles, you have 50 angles. So you should create for each angle at least 4 or 5 creatives. So when you create 5 creatives for 20 angles, so you can calculate it's already 100 creatives, but you need to test all of these 100 creatives. You need to test them. So, and for proper testing, so you need budgets, of course. So it's very important. And then you can choose, for example, the first 5 angles. For one angle, for example, we take nothing to wear problem. You create 4 different creative for this type of angle. So then you choose angle number 2. So a flawless style, or luxury without the price, or complement magnet, or significant piece. So different. The second one, third one, fourth one, and even five. So you choose 5 angles, and for each of them you need to create different creatives. It's very important, the different one. So you can like change a word like just only for the first 4. You change the word or offer, and you can go just copy the visual. You copy everything, but you change one word. So it's not really work like this. So you need to, of course, to make it different creatives and not the similar ones. And then we are talking about type of creative concept, how it's look like. And here, so what you can see, for example, problem awareness, solution reveal, benefit focused, before after, social proof, testimonials, authority expert, or demonstration, lifestyle, or let's go this pen. Okay, educational, data statistical, myth basis, storytelling, curiosity hook, emotional, like trendy, offer, challenge, founder story. So it's also very important. I hope that right now you can just you can make a pause on the video, you can screenshot these one ideas and these one ideas. So because I've written here also what is core idea about this creative concept, the pain point it solves, and emotional trigger, and example of the text, what you can use in your ad account. So it's fine. And after you choose, okay, one creative, I will do problem awareness. Second one, I will do some before after. Third one, I will do some testimonial. Or maybe you want to take 2, 3 testimonial from different persons. So of course, different person, different copywriting for this testimonial, it will be different creative. So it's fine, because you also test the faces of the people who are speaking. Fine. So, or you want to test the curiosity hook, for example. You want to make a little bit different hooks for your brands, but it will better work when you already know which one body creative is working. Also important. So, and then you can test even more. Then you can see. So because I have here some examples of the creatives, what you can use, some of the before after, or what is working good, some of the products, some with offers, where some of the products are show the products, the benefit of the product, why they're selling, the different carousels here, different offers. You can see, okay, you can see also different UGCs right here. So interesting. This is like backstage UGC. Okay, backstage testimonials, I would say. Okay, interesting.
There's a lot of chit chat about the winter arc, but what are we wearing during said winter arc? I'll tell you, I actually have the.
Okay, interesting. So.
Tell me about it. Said.
This is like a backstage video. Backstage with emotional, so fine. Then you can work with some jewelry. You can see some examples, some more examples. I have really a lot of content about some examples, good, bad. I can also make another video when I see some of the bad creatives. I tell you why this is a bad creative, and for good creatives, why it's good creatives. So we have some statical offers here. So I put also from another business models from another niches, because it's some review boxes, message video. Okay, and we can see how it's worked for different ideas we can use for the same angle, for example. Yes, or the same angle we can tell them in different concepts. So it's what is really important. And after that, so I would love also in next video to explain you that how you should scale your original winning creative, and how you can create from one winning creative 10 more winning creatives, because of our some of the ideas and technique. So I can show you in the next video. So but right now you already understand. You pick ABO. You need to know your budget's limits. Then you don't work with audiences, you work with broad campaigns, you work with angles. Per each angle you should use 3 until 5 creatives, so it's fine, so it can good allocate the budget. Then you know some of the creative concepts, as well you know some of the angles, how you can work, and you can see some of the examples of the creatives what you can use. So thank you for watching this video. See you next